I used to go beg for client, and then I did this one thing that no one has done before to get more client. I used to, in the past, I used to just manually send out messages every single day, every single waking hour to people to get them client or to get my client sellers. But now, instead, client chase me. They seek out me, and sellers seek out me because I have a system running. So this was me. In the past, I literally was cold DMing, cold calling, spamming LinkedIn, and emailing random businesses, and then getting essentially ghosted the moment that I sent out the message. My hit rate would be I sent out 10, and on a good day, I would get one. One people saying stop, and I'm not interested. Every single day. And then I decided to change one thing. I stopped chasing client and start positioning myself. So here's what I mean by positioning. So first thing is I niche down. So this people always just say the money is in the niche. I never really has believed that in the past because this just sounds so dumb. Why would you niche down onto a specific market for a specific amount of people and a limited amount of people and pitch them? Why wouldn't you just go out and pitch the general public? Because there's just more people and there's more hit chains and the probability is better. That's just how probability work, right? It doesn't work like that. Because if you specifically tailor down your message and tailor down your audience to a specific type, it'll be easier for you to create a content that relates to them. It's hard to relate to general public, and that's what I've learned because I started to just change my content, everything that I do, to just be specifically for brokers, for business brokers that I work with. And I decided to, like I said, pick business brokers. And I figure out their pain. They hate marketing. They hate chasing lead. Most of their lead come from referral, and they have a long sales cycle. They hated that, and they weren't getting consistent client because, like I said, most of their business were from referrals. So I decided to build a system that only are just made for them. And then guess what? It worked. I started showing proof to them that all of this is getting them client. I even gift them some free sellers so they can test them out. I told a bunch of stories. I automate everything. And then what? They decide to be, okay, maybe this is worth a try. Hey, Quad, let's work together. That's how business should be. You should strike a deal where both of you have equivalent values. It's an equivalent exchange, or if not, a higher exchange than the other. People always like to think that they win an exchange, and you always like to think that you want to win in an exchange. So if you make them think that they're getting more, they are winning that exchange, then they'll happily pay for you. They'll happily seek you out. So look, if I just say, hey, I'll get your client for completely free, and I will just make sure that everything runs smoothly, and all you gotta do is just give me one testimonial every single time that you get a client. That sounds like they're winning. Sure, awesome. Because in their mind, they are. They think, okay, I'm getting free client, and all I have to do is give testimonial. But what if you were actually looking for testimonial. Is if you were actually looking for testimonials, then that would be a win for you. Same thing with money. So if you were saying, hey, I will get all of your client for you only for just this amount of money, they'll sort of think, okay, I'm winning because I'll get all of these values from just paying a tiny bit amount of money. That's how sales work. Sales is by increasing that gap between you and your client to the point where you they are more invested in you than you are to them. That's how sales work. So, like I said, when I stopped begging, I started attracting because there is this a feeling that I know that I have because I have created a system that will work for business brokers and even if they don't work with me today, I know that if they don't work with me today, I still have the system and it's probably one of the best working one in the market. So it is essentially their laws for not working with me. So I don't chase a client anymore. I literally just hop on a call with them. If they decide to move forward with me, cool. If they don't, that's nice. I'll toss you in a follow-up sequence or something. And if you decide to move forward, it's cool. And my offer, everything changes. It wasn't just my offer getting better or my content getting viral. My system just got better, sharper, more efficient, and it just worked like a charm. So if you are a business broker tired of chasing sellers, I built something for you to bring them to you. Okay? This is a system that I literally spent 3 years working on, perfecting the script right down to the single letters to make sure that everything is proficient and perfect. And this is a system that I use for all of my clients, and they have been consistently getting one listing that are upward of 5 million and above in revenue or EBITDA consistently. So just check out my auto seller generation system below and see if you like it. Other than that, sayonara. Later.